Locomotion is the original form of human movement and exercise. This is how we travelled by foot through walking and running, how we developed our sense of balance, in some ways our ability to imagine and project our thoughts into the future, how we climbed, how we carried objects, and how we engaged in combat. This has shaped our anatomy and physiology and developed a lot of who we are today. So in this video, I want to discuss how important it is for us to preserve these abilities and how we can use modern day exercise science to enhance them. So nowadays when people think of moving or exercise or fitness, a lot of us tend to think of going to the gym, lifting weights, and maybe going for the odd walk or run. Now this is great. It's important to lift weights as this improves our muscle mass, our overall strength and mobility. It keeps our bones strong, it improves our mood, it does a lot of great things. Exercise and health has become simply one of many things to tick off as part of our stay healthy checklist. And the huge missing part here is the real essence, joy and journey that original human movement and locomotion takes us on. When we're in locomotion, whether we're walking, running, cycling, swimming, playing games or sports, dancing, fighting, these forms of movement ignite inspiring feelings, enhance creativity and imagination, allow us to be outside in nature, receiving the benefits of fresh air and sunlight, improving our eyesight by being able to look off into the distance, changing our perspective on the world by being in a natural or a different environment, and connecting to our body's ancient abilities. Now, there are many functional benefits to being in motion compared to performing static exercises. When we run or jump, for example, the tempo of movement is different. This trains our tendons and our fascial system in a different way to traditional exercise, allowing these areas of our body to perform like rubber bands, making us more dynamic and efficient in our movements. If we do not train these different tempos, then we become slow and inhibited. Locomotion stimulates a different form of communication and connection through the entire body. We can learn how balanced we are on each leg, how to orient ourselves through different perspectives, balancing on different objects or climbing upside down. We can use our toes as claws, we can bring our entire body into a unified state of being, dancing and connecting to the terrain we are playing on. The shapes and the patterns that our bodies make become more expressive and less restrained from the exercise context. When we expose ourselves to different environments and different terrain, we must mould our shape to our surroundings, becoming more efficient in our movements and adding an element of playfulness and exploration, stimulating our imagination. Being in awe of a beautiful natural setting and being able to explore and become a part of that area for a moment in time is a wonderful thing. Now, when we're in motion, we also gain a greater understanding of where our strengths and weaknesses lie. We can take this information and use it in an exercise setting to build up our weaker areas and then test our bodies again in locomotion. It is a back and forth synergy that is constantly unraveling and evolving as we explore different ways to move. Locomotion brings cohesion and harmony to the body. It's like a band playing a beautiful song and all the different moving parts are performing as one. But if all we do is static exercise focusing on one muscle group at a time, we never get to realize our potential and experience our body functioning as a single unit moving through space. One of my favourite practices is simply barefoot walking or bike riding to stimulate the imagination, gather my thoughts, and simply enjoy being outside. It is a completely different experience to exercise and adds the element of adventure. Because if we spend all this time building muscle, we may as well enjoy using it outside of an exercise setting and just run wild. And we can have all this experience on a regular basis as long as we first acknowledge its importance and then prioritize it into our lives. Instead of just building muscle, we need to also be in motion. This motion keeps us young and feeling alive. Motion comes in all different shapes and forms, and in the context of our physical being, we should be exploring this as much as we possibly can. So the conclusion to this video is simple. Exercise, when used in a certain context, can improve our strength, mobility and stability, which will enhance our locomotive abilities, allowing us to enjoy the bodies we're in for as long as we possibly can. The balance of staying strong through exercise and weightlifting, and then realizing what our bodies are capable of through different forms of human movement, is a gift that we should all enjoy. So if you take anything from this video, it's that you are physically capable of more than you think. Now, to wrap things up, this video is more of a philosophy as opposed to providing practical tools and applications. So if you like the idea of this concept, please check out some of my other videos where I go a bit more into specific applications and also training routines that can help you navigate your exercise and health pursuits. Also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe as it helps tremendously. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.